Hey everyone, welcome back to another Router Guides video. My name's Humphrey. We are in Bangkok at the Chulalongkorn campus right in front of the Faculty of the Arts building. Today is March 1st on a Friday, and I just finished my first class, my first 3 hours of intensive Thai class number 5, and I'm going to give you my first impressions. The reason I'm doing this video is when you search on Google and YouTube about this class, there are very few videos, maybe none, of talking about the intensive Thai course at Chula. There are a couple blogs out there that talk about this, but yeah, there's not really much information out there about this class. So I entered in on class number 5. They have 9 classes total, and the way I got into class number 5 is there's an entrance exam where they check to see how well you speak and how well you write. So I did the online exam, 50 questions. I got 9 out of 50. Kind of sucks, but I guess it's okay. And along with the online exam, I did a video, a short 2 to 3 minute video where I introduced myself. So then they said, well, okay, you're good enough for level 5 out of 9. At Duke, I completed Journey 3, and I did Journey 3 two times. Then I did Explore 1, 2, and 3. And then I just finished, just a couple days ago, Connect 3. And I say, after my first day, I think I'm in pretty good shape. Most of the vocabulary I've seen before, so this is not going to be too bad. It's definitely tough, but you will be prepared. If you've gone through any of the Connect classes at Duke, you will be okay at Chula for level 5. If you're a very good student, then you could probably get into class level 6. Chula classes are 6 weeks long versus Duke classes. Duke are 4 weeks. So, okay, let's talk about the materials that you get. Chula ID card with your picture, syllabus and expectations, more about this, but this is very well put together. You get a writing notebook and you get the textbook. I am taking the in-person class on campus. Obviously, I'm on campus, and it is Monday through Friday, 3 hours a day, for 6 weeks. In addition to the classroom hours, there are, I believe, 10 hours extra. So we got 3 days of field trips where we go out and yeah, we just kind of go outside of the campus, and it's a group trip. Very well put together. I mean, so Chula's been around for a long time, and this breaks it down exactly by day, exactly what's going on. You know who to call if you have problems. You got all the email addresses, what you have to do for your homework, what percentage is your test, what percentage is your speaking, what, attendance, all that stuff. So looking over here, this is our schedule, and it's color coded, and it's by day. Day 1, you do this. Day 2, you do this. Day 3 is day such and such as a quiz. Color coded. I believe the yellow is quiz days, I think. Green is the field trip days. Very well put together. I'm quite pleased with this. It kind of shows you that they have their crap together, and which is what I would expect from the tuition. And let's talk about the tuition. Tuition is 29,500 baht per course, and that includes the books. And yeah, so you could do the math. 9 times 29.5. This is for the in-person class. I forget, I don't know offhand what the online class is. I decided to take the in-person class because I like in-person classes. I want to mix it up. I want to go on campus. And yeah, I fall asleep in online classes anyway. So the book is very well put together. I seem to like the book. First chapter, we're like deep into the first chapter. We're talking about condo stuff. We're talking about condo announcements, what they put up on, so when you live in a condo in Bangkok, or in all of Thailand, they put the announcements inside the lift and along the walls when you walk into the lobby. And a lot of those is kind of like, pick up your trash, don't make loud noises, here's how you pay, this is how much you get fined if you don't pay the water bill on time. What's nice about this is at Duke, we just had, in many of the classes, we cover the exact same thing. The exact same announcements, the exact same type of vocabulary. Here's some of the vocabulary in the first chapter. I'll just read a couple off to you. Expenses, tap water, to scan, overdue, to transfer, account savings, condominium, cooperation, juristic person, resident. So a lot of this vocabulary I had in the last class in Explore 3, actually. In Explore 3 and also in Connect 3, we had the same vocabulary. Okay, let's talk about the facilities. I mean, you're on the campus of Thailand's top university. So buildings are well kept, everything's clean, the whiteboards are immaculate, the chairs are comfortable. In fact, in our classroom, we have 10 students and the classroom is large enough to where each one of us has an empty seat next to us. So it's pretty nice because in front of me is an empty seat and I get to put my backpack, and I can the way I have it angled is I can lay my textbook on the seat in front of me on top of the backpack. And then on my seat, on my table, I've got my iPad. And it works out great. It's a lot roomier than Duke, but that's okay. Technology, oh man, Chula uses technology very well. Every room's got this mega, I don't know how big it is, like a 40-inch, 50-inch big screen that they roll in. And then when they do the lessons, they zoom into text. So you're no longer squinting. And also the instructor doesn't have to waste time writing on the whiteboard. They'll put the page up and they'll zoom in. And so even if you're sitting in the back, it's very, very readable. They're not using projectors, they're using actual big screens to display everything. And then use of technology, Google Classroom. So the class audio, the class notes, the answer keys are on Google Classroom. And if you're not used to Google Classroom, it's basically a Google Drive that's shared. And then, it just makes things so much easier for the students. So on the first day of class, they have the QR code, you scan the QR code, and then you'll be enrolled into the Google Classroom. Pretty nice setup that they have. Let's talk about the teaching style. So the teaching style is different than Duke. I will have a more in-depth video about the differences between Duke and Chula, but actually we'll start here. No school is better than the other. Schools teach differently. They emphasize different things. So some schools will emphasize speaking. Duke generally emphasizes speaking, while other schools will emphasize listening and writing, and maybe the vocabulary will be different. Duke, the emphasis was more on normal, everyday conversations and a lot of speaking. We had tons of speaking. Here at Chula, the emphasis is on more formal, more business-like vocabulary and more formal and business-like speech. So here, what I found amazing was the difference in how much the instructor lectured. So I think it was probably 95% lecture today, where the instructor is speaking, and once in a while she'll go around to the different students, and especially on reading certain things, she'll go student by student, and you don't actually get to read a lot. You read like one sentence at a time, and then it's handed over to the next student. Now it's the first day, things can change, things probably will change, but that was what I found different versus Duke. At Duke, it is when we're reading paragraphs, and then we'll switch to the next student. At Duke, it was more free form. So at Duke, we tend to go off track quite a bit, but that's okay because we're talking to each other. I'll be interested. Like Duke can get a little ADD, squirrel type of situation. So the lesson will start off this, but it just goes off kilter because someone asks an interesting question, then we just detour, we do something else. Chula is it is on track. Like it is, like the instructor will explain something and then, I'll give you a good example. So the instructor was trying to go to a certain website to demonstrate something, and it was talking about karaoke. And YouTube, because they don't have, they were using a normal YouTube account, the ads are coming up, ad 1, ad 2, and she's like, this is taking too long, next, right? So it's like, she realized that it was taking too long, and like, we're going, like, we don't have time to waste. So they're very much on a schedule here. Skill of the instructor I have today is awesome. I mean, you can tell that she has taught this class before. She is very efficient at explaining things, cadence of speaking. Here at Chula, they're speaking normal speed. They're going. And if you are trying to write down notes like I was doing on my iPad. A lot of times I didn't have time to complete. I was still writing and like, nope, sorry, we're going, right? Kind of wish after my first day, I kind of wish that I had more speaking time. I kind of wish that there's more conversations, but I think that will happen as the course continues. Okay, so that's just my first impressions of Chula. Actually, we'll talk about, I'll end it with, kind of what's around. Two things that are immediately downstairs. So one is a true coffee shop, which is pretty cool, right? Boom, true coffee shop. Also next to it is the canteen, which is a cafeteria. And I haven't tried it yet, but by everyone I talk to, the food there is amazing and it's amazingly cheap. So basically we have our own food court here on campus. So yeah, also I know this question will come up. Do I get to wear a white student shirt? I don't know. I don't see anyone wearing it, and I think it would look a little weird since I'm 49 years old trying to wear a white student shirt, but I don't know. I think I can, but yeah, it would just look kind of weird. Actually, if you have any questions, put them in the comments section below. Other than that, take care, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. I'll be making many, many more of these videos. I'll try to make one every day. All right, take care, stay safe, bye.